Welcome back to the backyard. My name is Cosmo. You are watching Cosmo Can Cook. It's time to get grilling. And what's better on a grill than some steaks? That's what we're gonna do today. I'm gonna show you how to achieve that perfect crust, how to get a nice medium rare, medium well, whatever you like in the middle. Gonna show you some awesome side dishes. And it's, hey, grilling outside, pool's going, toys in the pool, kids running around everywhere. Wouldn't have it any other way. Can't talk, I'm so excited. Let's get grilling, let's get into these steaks. Check this out. What we got here are some USDA Prime New York strips. I really hope the marbling comes up on this because good night. Look at that marbling. That is just wild. I mean, that's borderline Wagyu right there. Let's get into these steaks. Just peel them right open. I'm gonna trim some of this fat right here. Some fat is good, but this has a ton of intramuscular fat, so we don't need all this extra stuff. It's not gonna do us any good. And then you see under here, there's silver skin. There you go, looks like silver. That will actually shrink up when cooking and it'll distort your steak. So if you can get rid of that, it'll help you. You might sacrifice a little bit of the meat, but in the end, you're gonna get a much better product. All right, let's go ahead and season them up. Remember, thick piece of meat, it's gonna need quite a bit of salt. Don't be afraid of over salting. Both sides. And please, don't forget the edges. Some might call that a rookie move. So now these will go into my fridge just like this, uncovered, until we are ready to cook. Here's a big myth that I have found in grilling. Everybody says you need to get your steaks out of the fridge, leave them on room temperature until they warm up all the way through. That is a bunch of malarkey. I'm here to tell you, you do not need to do that. I've cooked steaks from frozen before and came out fine. I don't recommend it, but it still works. If you're in a really fine steakhouse and you're cooking Wagyu, sure, take every step. We're in the backyard, folks. We're gonna do this the best way for us. So check out an episode that Guga made. I don't have the link to it, you'll have to find it, but just type in Guga steaks room temperature and he busts this myth wide open. So keep these in the fridge, let them do their thing until you are ready to cook, and then we're gonna go right on the charcoal. But first, I'm gonna put these in the fridge and we're gonna get going on our sides. All right, side dish number one. We are gonna do some baked smoked sweet potatoes. We're gonna coat these in some avocado oil. I just finished rinsing them off. Gotta snip the tips on a few of them. Some of them look funky, but other than that, not too bad. Anyway, we're gonna poke some holes in them, spray some avocado oil on there, a little bit of salt, and throw them in the old Traeger at about 350. So as soon as I turn that on, you're gonna hear it whirling in the background. I apologize for that ahead of time, but it's gotta be done. So here we go. All right, side dish number two, we are gonna do bacon wrapped asparagus because that's a bacon wrapped asparagus. What's wrong with that? We're also gonna hit it with some chud rub and throw it in the smoker right next to those baked sweet potatoes. I've had this asparagus, I trimmed the tips, I've got them soaking in some water, and I'm gonna go dry them off and then wrap bacon around them, put them in this pan, and then I'll show you how I assemble them on the Traeger. Hey, hey, oh. Well, this is the time in the cook where we have a little bit of downtime, so get yourself a little frosty. Alright, so the Traeger is doing Traeger things. We're about to fire up the charcoal here in a minute. So if you haven't used charcoal before, don't let it intimidate you. It puts off great flavor. And if you use the right charcoal, like Fogo charcoal, not sponsored yet, Fogo, you won't get any chemically taste from it. It'll just add to the whole cooking experience, and you get to cook with fire. What's wrong with that? Anyway, I'll show you how to light the charcoal, what you need to set up your charcoal grill, kind of the basics, and how to use a slow and sear. A slow and sear is an attachment to your Weber grill that zones off the grill pretty much. You got a section that's got hot charcoal, that's where you sear, and then you got another section that's indirect cooking, that's where you're going to finish off whatever you're cooking. And then I opted for the spinning grate, which is a lot of fun to use, and it comes in really handy. It gets you a nice perfect crust without getting those burnt meat grill lines. So ask Guga about that once again. He hates those grill lines. That's where I got this method from. Check him out. His channel's huge. He's master of grilling. He's cooked pretty much anything out there. Guga, big shout out to you. Thank you for all the inspirations, buddy. Anyway, we're gonna get grilling. We're gonna get the charcoal lit, and we're gonna let the Traeger do its Traeger thing and let all that asparagus, bacon, sweet potatoes just keep rolling while we do everything else. So just pulled these out of the fridge. They look awesome. Now remember, we salted them, so we're not gonna add any more salt. You see all the salt is all nice and dissolved. You don't see it on the surface at all. That's what you want. We're just gonna do some freshly ground black pepper and a little bit of garlic powder and get cooking.
It's 9 p.m. and the sun's still hanging around. If you're driving a car
time, so this side is screaming hot. If I were to put the steak on there, it would get a bunch of grill marks, which I don't want. So I'm gonna take this less hot side, spin her over if I don't mess this up too much. And on we go. Probably just gonna do 3 steaks at a time. Now the name of this game is we're going to be flipping often. We don't want black, we want golden brown. We want that beautiful, beautiful crust. I'll let you guys listen to some of that beautiful ASMR there. I'm actually glad this is happening. Big old grease fire. So what you're going to do, let it calm down, move your steaks off. Let those flames do their thing. Once they're calmed down, we'll rotate and we'll put this back on. Alright, so hopefully you guys, good night, that's hot. We did all the crust. I know that sounds weird. We did the crust. We seared off the steaks. Now we got them on this side of the grill that's not nearly as hot. Look, I could keep my hand here, no problem. Here, not so much. So we're gonna put the cover on. The vent of the grill cover is gonna be this way, so that way this heat convects over, cooks these all the way to our desired temperature. So get yourself a meat thermometer and keep probing these things. Once they hit 5 degrees below your desired temperature, pull them, rest them about 5-10 minutes. Perfect steak. Here we go. All right, so let's do some temp checks here.
Temp checks.
Up front, we got about 110, 120. This one's coming along. 128. This guy's a little bit thinner, so yeah. 148, 149, 150. Yeah, this guy's done. That'll go to the kids. I'll pull him off and rotate these guys and keep going. Well, how about this for dinner? I mean, check that out. We got a steak. We got our baked sweet potato, bacon wrapped asparagus. I cannot wait to dive into this. Don't let the background here fool you on how long this takes. Good night. It's still hot out here. This doesn't take that long. Filming and cooking this takes long because I got one camera. I gotta change positions. I gotta show you guys everything I'm doing. But that's why I do this, because I want you guys to experience what I'm about to experience right now. So if you're to do this on your own in your backyard, it won't take you nearly daytime to nighttime. It'll be maybe an hour and a half cook. The sweet potatoes take just about that long to get done with the asparagus and all that. But don't let the nighttime fool you. It doesn't take that long. So let's dive into this because my mouth is watering. I cannot wait. So my hands are clean, but yes, I'm going to use my hands. Let's get into this steak. This looks absolutely ridiculous. So on a steak like this, on a strip, the grain runs sideways. So I'm going to get this little end cap here, this little piece here, and I'm going to turn it sideways and get myself some nice center cuts. It smells absolutely phenomenal. The reason I did all this, you always want to cut against the grain. Yeah, this looks perfect to me. Big, huge chunk. I cannot wait to get in here. I'm going to crouch down for the camera here. You guys see me? Slide's kind of blasting me, but that's all right. Here, let me move it back. Now I'm in the dark. Good night. Figure it out, Cosmo. All right, Cosmo can cook, but he cannot make good lighting videos. Anyway, steak, let's go. Cannot beat that charcoal flavor. And you saw the marbling on these steaks? So tender, super nice. I'm gonna need a minute. Yep. I gotta change this camera. Give me a second. That's a little better. Yeah, this steak is phenomenal. I'm gonna mop up some of this steak juice here. Oh, it's so good. Bacon wrapped asparagus, does it get better? Crispy. That seasoning on there, my word. And you probably think I'm not going to eat this sweet potato without a knife and fork. Well, you're halfway right. Yep. No, I'm not going to be a caveman. I'll slice it a little bit, but I'm getting in here. Give me some bacon, some sour cream. Cheers. Oh, good night. That's a little bit ridiculous. Well, there you go, folks. Basics to grilling. Grilling with charcoal. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm thoroughly enjoying this dinner, that's for sure. I hope you try this. If you do, let me know, drop a comment. As you guys have seen in the past, I reply to pretty much all my comments. Let me know what you have cooking. Let me know if you have any questions. And get out there, grill. It's the time of year, so have fun with it. Let me know if I can help you in any way. And please, if you followed along all the way to the end, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. let YouTube know you like this video by giving me a thumbs up. And we'll see you soon next time from the backyard. Peace out, folks.
Cause the stars and stripes are so much more than that old piece of cloth on your grandma's porch. It gave us that American dream to be anything that we want to be.